Good evening. Welcome back to Stationeers. So today at work, I was talking with Tuver Mage, and we had a rather lengthy discussion about various facets of Stationeers, amongst other things too. And it inspired me to start playing around and see what I can get out of the large extendable radiators. So they're designed to, well, you can do it two ways. You can either heat stuff up or cool stuff down. So, using radiation instead of convection. Hey, Tuver. Good evening. So, I thought that I would dig into it and see what I can get out of it. So, if I can go either way with it, that could be handy. Of course, Venus, we're already quite warm. I'm feeling salty about the idea. Yeah, if I had salt. Because actually salt would liquefy in the Venus atmosphere, if I'm not mistaken. Sodium chloride. Venus, we would be 465 degrees, and well above that, yeah, we would have liquid salt on the surface of Venus. That's funny. Yep. So, first things first, I'm going to punch up some radiators. I did check and make sure that I actually have the alloys. I'm going to have to turn this on because there's this bug. I'll demonstrate it again. We've seen this bug. So if I go to the hash generator and punch up radiator, there's no, well, heck, there's no even medium radiators. That's because they're made with the tier 2. But if I go here to my tier 2, just hit that menu. Let me go over here. And radiator. No, that's not how you spell it. And bam, all that stuff's there. So go figure. So large extendable radiators. I'll go ahead and make 5. Hopefully I've got enough. So that was steel, copper, and Invar. There's the Invar. I still love messing with people pointing out how little they pay attention to the news and how we've found 2 planets completely populated by robots. Whoa. Nice. Steel. Is that over here? No. Where'd I shove it? Oh, you know what? It's probably over here in the auto lathe, and I don't have enough. I think I have 50. Maybe that's enough. You can witness the planet wiping them out on one of them. Okay. Oh, I have just enough steel. That's awesome. Just enough steel. So we'll have those. Large extendable radiators and then stellite glass sheets. Okay, I'm going to need a few of those. I don't have that many of those, so that is stellite. Throw that in there. I'll just make a stack of those, I guess. That's not what I wanted to do. Stellite glass sheets, I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, I'll just make 40. Dang it. Whoopsie. There we go. Silly me. Oh, it takes silicon too. Do I have enough silicon? I do have enough silicon. Good. Hey, good evening, creative. Am I reading this right? Yes, yes you are. Yes, you are. Radiation. Well, yeah. Yep, you're reading it. See? Radiation. How am I I doing? 110, 220, 243. So we're still hot. We're still hot. Okay, radiators. I'm going to need liquid pipes. Oh, and figure out... I might have to buy some more Tylenol. Let's figure out how much Tylenol I actually have right now. I need to check on Larry anyway. Because Larry doesn't do very well when saving. First things first. 41 moles in my liquid network. There. 159 in my... Okay, so I don't have that much Tylenol. How many... So no creeping ever closer to the uranium reactor? Unfortunately not. Sounds like we're going to have orbital stations before we get there. Give me the liquid. 6 moles per liter. Okay, well... Okay. Well, knowing that, I've got 200 moles, if I can extract it. Divide by 6, so 35 liters. That's not really as much as I would hope for a test. Larry, gotta check on Larry. Don't forget to check on Larry. How we doing, Larry? Oh, good. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Slaving away in the darkness down here. Oh, we must have dumped some biomass here recently. Okay. Alright, good. Keep that busy. We definitely have water being produced at a quicker rate than the plants are drinking it, and I could actually probably get away with drinking out of this too. I don't know if the methane in the water might throw an error for a drinking fountain, but... Okay, yeah, there we go. So, we were talking about ideas to prepare for the reactor. We started talking about Tylenol and a large radiator, then realized salt would work. Yep. Now something amazing happened. AC not working. Oh no. Oh no. No AC. My AC's been running away here on the house. Been running out. Of course, I got one AC doing more work than it should, so it's kind of like my Venus base, actually. And it's hot weeks now and coming up. Yep. Yep. I might get a break over the weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to have... okay, there we go. We need that, we need that, and then that. Okay. Alright, so we're started there. That's good. We need... Grab my liquid pipes. That's my phase change devices. Oh, I already have the box. Okay, liquid pipe. Let's grab another. Top everything off. I'm going to be doing brown more than anything, but we'll take it. One. That'll work. I'm gonna encase this eventually, also in windows. Reinforced walls. You can do. Okay. 5's not gonna be enough, but I should probably punch those up, shouldn't I? While I'm here. One thing I don't miss about my old house was every 4th of July, the neighbor had fireworks that went into the sky, and my house was the debris crash zone. Oof. That's no fun. Reinforced walls. Let's go ahead. 20 of those. What do I need? Astroloy. Where's my Astroloy? Yeah, well, I can make 12. Astroloy takes copper, steel, and cobalt. And I forget if I have 10, 20, 10 or what. I guess I'll have to go outside and see if I actually have any astrolites sitting around. I don't know if I do or not. So I just had spent fireworks raining down on my house for 7 years. I made sure to wet the house and yard every year. That's good, very good precaution. Very good precaution. What's this? Memory chips. Why do I... Oh, right, because I was going to work on a couple things. Okay, let's go...
Oxygen low.
Oh no, oxygen low. Let's go outside, drop these down in the test bed. Actually, technically speaking, I could probably put them over there. Yeah, we'll see. I got lots of... Well, almost have lots of room over here. We're going to put the test bed... I'm going to put it over here behind the... Yeah, there we go. There's the main power line, so this will work. Let's do this. Large extendable radiator. Okay, do I want to... Data ports on the back. So do I do... Let's put them here. Shoot, the cable's in the way. Okay, we can get away with getting close to this, whoops, this cable. I want to be far enough away that I can wrap the... Oh, crap. I didn't realize I was that close to my... whatever. This is an experiment anyway. My wife's family, we met at her uncle's estate, and the other uncle always buys the legal stuff, and the family made me the fireworks expert since I know how to handle them safely. So hope everyone has a safe fireworks season. Yeah, well, that's probably good that they were responsible enough to pass it on to somebody who would respect the respect the stuff. That's how you get yourself into troubles when you don't respect things. Oh crap, these are too close together. That's going to foul out my test. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down to 3. If I only had a brain. Furnace and AC is at least my age. They don't make them like they used to, that's for sure. So hold on to that AC unit. Okay, so that's... Yeah, open it up. And I don't know if it's going to be a problem because I can't see the sun. That's another thing. But what I want to do is put one, just have it in the open atmosphere. I want to have one vacuumed. And then the other one... I don't know, maybe I'll have that spot on. I need to have... I should have it listen for that. Astroloy. Creative, you know enough. You should be able to build your own now. I should add that as that song is redeemed. Astroloy. Astroloy... That's not what I wanted. Stellite, right? No, Astroloy was one of them. Hastaloy. Inconel. Copper. Stellite. Okay, Stellite. I need to put displays here. 1 or 0. You know what? Actually, what I could do, instead of being an idiot, how about I read the chips here? Electrum, Constantan, Waspaloy, Stellite, Inconel, Astroloy, Astroloy. Silver, nickel, gold, copper, iron, steel, solder, silicon. Hang on. What's it hanging up on? I know I threw a bunch of stuff in there for steel and iron. I should have that. So you need to find a condensation chamber and an evaporation chamber. Open air in a glass room, in a room but not sealed, in a sealed room with no window. Oh yeah. Open air in a glass room, and a room but not sealed. In a sealed room with no windows would be my checks. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's another good point too. In a room with no access to the sun. I'm not showing you how to make your own chambers. You can make them without the phase change kit. Why is the atmospheric sim being so goofy today? My computer really choking that hard? Wow, I'm down to 20 frames. I guess maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay, well, we are ejecting iron. Okay. All right, so yeah.
Oxygen low.
We're timing out. That's the problem. Okay. That actually should be the code still in the... That looks like... Yeah, okay. That is what's in here. So I need to go over here. Find... iron ingot. Okay, iron ingot comes here. Let's pop you on real quick. There we go. Alright, let me take a look at this, because it should be... Stacker, we turn on, we open, we do all that fun stuff. Initialize sorters. Oh, that's the sorters themselves. Main. Okay, yield move. Stack pointer 0. We load batch R15. Logic sorters. Slot index 0. That should be the input, but let's check. Logic sorter. Slot index 0 is the import. So if anything passes through here, so R15, okay, so select into timer. A is non-zero, otherwise C. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, so A is what we're testing against, which is R15. Non-zero, we want B, should be 50. Otherwise, we select timer. Then we subtract 1. It's set greater than 0. Stacker, reverse stacker on. Okay. So I don't understand. This should be 25 ticks. Do I have to go up higher? That would be ridiculous. Because I'm assuming... You know, maybe this is going too slow through the loop. Okay. That's a consideration. Oh my goodness. Kazar Evil did a great video explaining it. I already knew how, but I've designed real work systems. So theoretically, 25 seconds after something gets injected into one of these, any of these. Huh. Okay. So I might have a problem where it's actually getting hung up somewhere. Okay. Should I... Real world systems. Looking into how to build deep vacuum systems too. I watched the Hyperspace Pirate, so that's how I know air conditioning. Okay, so main yield. I'm wondering, this will go through the stack pointer one at a time. This will read all sorters. One, boom, 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 boom. This does not loop here. This loops... Oh, no. Wait, hang on. No. No. I take that back. It does loop here. So... Ooh. Okay. So I get tangled up down here. Stuff falls in. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. There we go. So it's okay. All right, all right, all right. That's making sense. So what I'm going to do is when we jump to main, this is just going to be a brute force method. I'm going to turn all the stackers on. And okay. There we go. This is a brute force method. This will turn all the stackers on. It'll empty anything. Or maybe I should do it based on input if it had... Well, whatever. Whatever. I am... yeah. We're just going to do it. Export. Bam. So these will probably toggle on and off. Of course, this is doing a 50 right now, so okay. Alright, so we'll have more stuff here. Invar, Electrum, Constantan, Westmoy, Stellite, Inconel, Hastelloy. We should have iron now. Iron. We do have iron. Look at that. Okay, steel. We have steel as well. Good. And silicon. So at this point, we just have the major stuff. So Waspaloy, Stellite, Inconel, Hastelloy, Astroloy. Okay. Astroloy. Copper, steel, cobalt. Yeah, here we go. Annoying, and I'll fix that later. Nothing more permanent than a temporary fix. Okay, so that's good. Oil diffusion pump is probably the simplest to build, even if the turbomolecular pump does a better job. Yeah. Yeah, it's all about what you can source material-wise and be able to actually do. Let's go out one. Here we go. Should probably think about how I want to do this. These are going to be insulated pipes. Okay. What I plan to do is basically hook these, wrap these around, so the input and the output are going to be connected together. I will probably, I'll do a little bit of thinking about it, but I will just hook them all together and then fill them and then try breaking them so that we've got exactly the same amount or close to the same amount of liquid. So if we're going to have 5 sections here, 5 sections here, probably break it at the 4. So we'd have 3 here, 1 here. If I break it at the 1 here, we'd have 3 here, 1 here. So it'd be 2 for this, 3 for the other 2. I think that's fair. Fair enough. One pipe off. That's my plan, anyway. Then I'll have some consoles and stuff. Report temperature. I'm going to need... Actually, I got the... let's do this. Oh, that's right. I didn't look at that video you sent earlier. 3. Let's drop 3 here. 3 here. 3 here. Or... maybe this is... would this just work? No, actually, I think that'll work against me. That'll work against me. seen these motors. Haven't actually made a non-reaction chamber phase change system. We need... Okay, we'll run this through here. The video I sent the other stream was the ad where the guy fights the bear and kicks it to the boss. Okay, nice. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're getting a little closer here. We have this. We'll need a solar... I could take my solar tracker and just rewrite it and bring a cable over here, but I think it would just be cheaper to actually print off a new IC and sensor and all that, plug it in. Okay, so... Oh, okay. So if I do... You know, I'm just going to pop it in the middle. So I'll pop it in the middle. We'll have one length here, one length here. Pop it in the middle, 1 and 1. So this will have 2. Yeah, okay, so it's going to be exactly backwards of what I said earlier. Go figure. But that's fine. That'll let us know. Can't actually put a pipe sensor on that, can you? Huh. So I might have to think about that one. You know what? I'll think about that now. I'll just put it upright. Put an upright here. That's what we'll do. Glad to hear your insurance is good cover. People literally die out here when their AC goes out. Yeah, AC is a problem when you don't have the cooling. Okay, there we go. So I'll just put a pipe sensor there and read it. Read it by hand. I could programmatically read it, but where are we at? So the other thing that I wanted to do is not fall in a hole. Yeah. Probably. Ooh, yeah, I really need to do something with my weather station. Actually get it on a circuit with a backup battery and all that fun stuff. Let's actually grab my Silenol liquid container. That's gas tank. This is liquid tank. 12 mole, 7 mole. Alright, let's pull this, grab this inside. Covers a few things, can get hit 117 during summer. Like washer and dryer heater. Creative knows how to get it to talk to your suit. Oh yeah, I've done it before. I have, you know what? I don't know how this is going to go. Yeah, that's about as well as I thought it would go. I've done it before, several times actually. I just haven't done it this time yet because I'm lazy. But I also need to get it on a battery backup so that it doesn't, if I drain my batteries, I still have it. And additionally, I need to put a wireless transmitter on it so I can transmit it to this array.
Waste tank caution.
Waste tank caution. Jeez. Well, I guess I was out there for a while. It's taking a while to cycle the atmospherics. Okay. Let's do that. You know what? Let's actually... Let's do that. Might as well eat, drink, and be merry while we're here. Somebody else can be Pippin. Alright. And that's not going to last very long, in fact. Baked potato, pumpkin pie. Where's the bread loaf? Bread loaf. Give me the bread. I love the bread. Lasts for a week. Compressing multiple variables into one. Yep, multiplexing. It's a beautiful thing. When my head is more clear, I need to write IC10 code for traders. Yeah, that one, you were talking about controlling the printers with the IC10. I would suggest tackling that first, because that'll give you the practice. Oh, I didn't realize he's only stacked to 10. That'll get you the practice for the traders, because it's the same kit and caboodle. Oh my goodness. Same kit and caboodle. You'll be reading and writing off the stack. I don't need my chutes. Let me put those down. Large radiators. I'm going to shove these somewhere. Memory chips. I don't need those at the moment. IC housing. I just need one. We'll need a chip. I have one in my suit. That works. Logic I/O sensor. I will need one of those for the daylight sensor. And liquid pipe analyzer. I'll just take all 5. I only need 3. Take cable, because I'm going to need that too. Oh, there's another chip. I'm going to try to tackle tonight when my wife drags me to her band. Be able to talk to a specific printer items. Yep. Yeah, and I've got an episode too if you want to watch me bang my head against the wall for doing this kind of thing. Communicate what materials are needed. Yep, that is the next part. That's actually what my original plan was going to be for tonight, was reading the missing reagents. Oh my goodness. Yeah, missing recipe reagent, and have it call from my shop. Actually, let's see if it's stuck again or if it's actually processing. I could have also ran out of everything I need. What are we doing down here? Oh, 20. We got enough steel. So, ink canal. Are we processing? No, we are ejecting. So I think it got hung up again, maybe? So the stacker's turned on, or they should be flipping on every second or so. Okay, we'll look and see if it got lost. It's entirely possible. Multiple advanced furnaces, 4, yep. Yep, so I've got the temperature, instead of doing like 4 gas tanks, I do 4 furnaces and they're all at set gas temperature. I do have them bringing up controlling the pressure, so that works. But one's good for solder and waspalloy, one's good for, I think, only Hastelloy, something like that. Invar, something else, and then everything else. There are keystrokes I want to learn and practice. From there, I feel like I can build much without much help. Oh, tell them what you are telling me about the pressure in the chutes. Oh, yeah, so I forget who told me. Hey, good evening, Balin. Somebody told me, and I forget exactly who, but if you keep the pressure in the room below 300 kPa, you can't actually ignite your chutes. And so far it's been working for me. Outside I've got 2200 degrees or something, and I haven't burnt the chutes since I put the back pressure regulator on. So I've got these all set. Whoops. So that, what do I have them set to? 150 kPa. And that's mainly because I don't want them blown out the window, and there's that lag time too. You can have a big pressure spike and the back pressure regulator only bleeds off so much at a time. So that keeps my safety margin in there. Yep. Yep, somebody told me that, and I haven't had a problem since I implemented that. So there you go. The more you know. Keep your furnace rooms below 300 kPa and you can't ignite the chutes. Build underground, put back pressure radiators in. Yeah. Try to keep my hot furnace room like 100 kPa-ish. But being on the surface, I try something new. Yep. Yep, I just try to keep it below the threshold and above the point where I'm radiating the heat off. So I got that. I got a sensor. I got a that. I got a thing. I don't have a way to fill it. I need a portables. Where did I shove that? It should be over here. Unless I don't have any more. Oh, there it is. Portables connector. I need just one. And I should probably do a liquid pump. I should probably have a liquid pump on me. And I can do a expansion valve too. Okay, I'll take an expansion valve with me just in case, because I forget if the liquid pumps hit their head against gas, and if I have to move gas, that's how I'll do it. Whoa. Aim for 75 kPa. Good to know. But this time I was more focused on trying to gather solar heat and put reinforced glass instead of pressure regulator. Thinking about it, in 300 kPa limit makes sense. Chutes won't burn on Vulcan even in a solar storm outside. Yep, so I don't know if they just did that as a convenient workaround, or because I know we've got lots of different kind of gotchas when it comes to that. I don't have a free hand. Guess what? I'm gonna have a free hand now. I'm screwed if I walk out the airlock. I got more pipes and stuff over here. Alright. Cycle. Pressure caps out at like 75-ish. Yeah, okay. Silenol, you're over here in the corner. Okay. Ah. Is that good enough? It's good enough. Alright. Okay, so first things first. Condensation valve, liquid pump, turbo pump, engage. There we go. It's going to take forever, but I'm going to pull all the Silenol out of there. And here, you know what? I'm just gonna do that. We're gonna purge this line. That's actually purging a lot faster than I thought it would. It's alright. So it's gonna take forever for that to fill up. We'll leave that running. Okay. So while that is running, I can go grab my chute. My suit. Zigzag through here. Nobody's singing. Wow. We're winning the battle. We're not singing there. All right. Okay, let's go mount up the rest of the stuff I needed here. Earlier I was watching another streamer on Venus and he had the bright idea of making it harder with plants and nutrition mod. He's struggling. Yeah, I imagine so. Venus does get to the point once you get the basics down. Well, not just Venus, everywhere else. Once you got the basics down, it's pretty easy to keep going. Okay, so liquid pipe analyzer. I'm just going to do that. Why am I doing it that way? Let's do it this way. Is that? Yeah. Let's actually point it towards where the cable is. Might make sense. Then we'll have to use as much cable. Okay. Up. Up. Yeah, that's fine. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna have stuff. Let's get the... Let's put the portable connector down here. Shove it kind of in the corner. Now pipe. This will be... right here. I'm actually gonna kind of run, yeah, let's do that. Run low if I don't do something right here. Let me do this and move that forward one notch. He's, in my opinion, not ready for Venus. He's on death number 3. Woo! Wow. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a big number. 350. That's I don't think I was quite ready for Venus, but I sure tried, and I died many times. Not that many, but dang it. They need to have a mirrored version of this darn liquid pump. Let's try to avoid this. Wanted a 10-liter section, but whatever. Okay, and then we'll have to do a little spaghetti, actually. We will spaghetti it up. That's fine. I'll justify it with housings and sensors. Daylight sensor. How do I have this oriented? Doesn't matter. We are data point facing south. You know what? I'll compensate. I'll compensate. That's fine. Okay. I don't actually have a gas pump. That's something I guess. Okay, there we go. We'll have that. I should probably have an APC somewhere around here too. At least a transformer. Yeah, APC. APC makes sense. So we'll just get it prepared. There we go. There's a mod for that, and yes, it needs to be basic game. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I can throw that on there and start dumping to the system, and then we'll have Solinol ready to go. Then we can rewrite the code. Need that. Even though this is not powered, it will tell me. This is... Will the wrench tell me where it's at? We are at 0 degrees. 0 degrees is 270 or 90. All right, so we're 90 degrees off. We'll see. Let's start punching this up. How am I doing here on... Okay, waste tank, we're good. We're good. So we're going to define hash for radiator. Large extendable radiator up at the top. Okay, is there anything else I need? I should, yeah. Solar sensor. Daylight sensor. There we are. Alias. I don't need to know vertical. Yep, okay. H with X. Wireless logic, I think, is what how. Ursius, how effective will that be in an atmosphere that's for vacuum worlds? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So that's where this testing is. If I have to vacuum out a room, will that be sufficient? If it's in a room with no windows, will that work? Oh, for crying out loud, I can't remember exactly what. Wireless logic transmitter, something like that. Logic transmitter? That might be what I'm thinking of. Logic transmitter. Transmitter. Logic transmitter. This is a two-way. One's a... Okay. Data input. Right, yeah, that's what I need. Logic transmitter. Whoa! It can take storm damage. Yep, absolutely it can. That's why I'm going to hook up my weather station to it. In one way or another. I got one weather station. I was thinking about just doing like a wireless transmitter. Actually, does that make sense? Power-wise, does that make sense? Logic transmitter, I would have to have at least 2 of them. So that's 100 watts. Let's take a look. Weather station is 10 watts. So quite frankly, it would actually make more sense to put a weather station there than to actually use a wireless transmitter. That's ridiculous. Okay, I guess I know what I'm doing. Weather station from the electronics printer. So that's what I'll do. I won't use the transmitters. Wireless, no, weather station. Weather station. Electronics printer. That's going to need what? Iron, gold, copper, steel. Do you have... You don't have steel. It's you that's got it. Why is everything going so gosh darn slow? Steel. I threw more copper in. Wait, my brain hurts. Oh, that's right. I used up all my steel. That's right. Okay. Gee whiz. It's another project. Ad break incoming here. So it was part of our discussion this morning. We have a weather station close to it. That's another project we need to get back on. Is designing a cell control room and data management system. Yes, I need a room myself for that kind of stuff. Okay, so I need the weather station, which I need steel for. So I need to grab steel. APC. Do I have an APC or just a transformer? Transformer's fine. Transformer is fine. That'll get us where we need to go. We can fix it later. This is just a test bed anyway. Okay. Reinforced walls. Reinforced window. And if I do reinforced composite steel, takes steel and stellite. Stellite sheets I have. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That should do it. That should do it. That should do it. Okay. Weather station needs steel. Need to go upstairs, get the steel. Get the steel. Agent WD-40. Okay. I have any... Whoa! Huh. I don't know where that came from. Would it come out of one of my backpacks or something? Alright, I guess I'll shove that into the furnace and see what I got. Steel. I need steel. Oh, right. We were making Inconel, right? Let's check. Is the Inconel in here yet? Inconel is not in here. Inconel's right here. My recipe for Inconel is wrong? Oh, that's no good. Let's spit that out. And let's spit that out. That's copper, you idiot. Let's... Wait, where the hell did... Wait a minute. Is this Inconel? There's Inconel. Okay. Okay, hopefully I didn't just order up more copper doing that, but we'll see. So my Inconel recipe is either wrong or something got tainted in the silo. The mix... Interesting. The mix was... Hang on. What? Wait a minute. If this is Inconel and 12... I wonder if that's what the case is going to be. That's... Gold, nickel, steel. Double the gold. This is Inconel. This is my missing Inconel. Why did it come out as a reagent mix? That's a little strange. Very strange. What does Inconel need? 23. Okay. Alright. No, that's input. I wonder if the pressure dropped. Or something. Yeah, it would have had been. Maybe the pressure wasn't as stable as I thought it was. Okay. Well, that's the first hiccup that my furnace has had since the reboot. I saw two things come out, so I think it... Stick my... Okay. Some reagent mix. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's the first time I've had that, so I don't know why the why it changed, because it should have. Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting. Wait. Oh my goodness. You slow piece of crap. I had it. And then you screwed it up. Because you didn't actually eject it when I told you to eject it. Okay, eject. 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 Oh, I see. That's too small. I would say that's too small. If I throw this in here, will it be okay? Will it be happy with that? Oh, you son of a dog biscuit. Oh my goodness. So, if it misses temper pressure, it will come out as regulator. So I have to bounce Twitch on phone. Isn't stable enough to watch. Oh, sorry about that. Did you say a family member is a hoarder when I can say we can fill up a semi-cargo trailer and still not have everything out of the house's basement? And nah, they're just, they just got, they're prepared. What the heck? This is... I don't even know what this is. Okay, are we gonna go down? Output. Increase. Come down. Alright, so... Okay, so this is definitely not gonna be happy. So this is definitely coming out as reagent mix. Even though it's... Fine. Okay, so I got distracted. I got really distracted. Okay, let's grab the transformer. I was going to use an APC, but I didn't have one printed off. So this will be sufficient for our testing anyway. Weather station we don't have. Ready, yeah, ready for... Oh, right. Okay, so since this one's going to be the easiest... Oh, is that too... Now, that doesn't seem right. It's going to be 3 tall. So I'm not going to have enough walls with me for that. So this might end up being the vacuum room. Possibly? Possibly. And all that stuff hasn't been touched since I was alive. Okay, so that might be a different story, yeah. I mean, I'm a collector myself, so I can't say too much. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I inherited from my uncle that I need to figure out what to do with. He kept a lot of things he probably shouldn't have, but sometimes this stuff has come in handy. It's just Okay, the atmospheric simulations seem to move a little faster today. Let's drop that in there, take off the suit. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the discombobulator. No, not that one. In there. And I'm gonna have a bunch of crap out on the floor. That's okay. So I may need to tweak the Incanel recipe if it keeps doing that. That's unfortunate. Okay. Silent-all. Let's see how we're doing back there. That should be more than enough purged. We are empty here, so we can turn off our purge valve. And we are darn near empty here. 234 liters, moles of gas. Yeah, that's what it was. Silent-all. I don't have enough. Because minimum condensation pressure is 512 kPa. It's minimum. And hotter. Okay, so I need a whole boatload of pressure. I guess technically I could pressurize... Basically anything. I could even throw... I don't think I'm going to get this cold. I could throw pollutant in there or something to pressurize it. That's a consideration. Or water, as a matter of fact. Maybe water would be a better... Nah. Actually, water would be easier... I say easier said than done. So I don't actually have stuff done right. It might liquefy. Which, I mean, if it liquefies, then... Well, then I lose... Yeah, okay, then I lose pressure. Okay, so I don't have enough Silanol. That's probably what I should end up focusing on. Darn it. Just thinking the beta Silanol gets buffed too. Yeah, they are dropping its minimum temperature to 130 and maximum temperature to 550. Bedroom and shed is closed. The basement, I don't know what is in those totes. Yeah, that's the fun part of hoarding. So yeah, oh, that's funny. I got oil and tomato over here. Yeah, Silanol is gonna have some more dynamics. All right, Silanol. How much do I have? 444. I don't have a lot of money. Orbit or Outfitters. You know what? Let's call you down, and maybe I'll sell stuff to you. Maybe you'll want to buy things from me. Okay. I was gonna say we're still hot because we're pumping hot gases in here. Carbon dioxide's not moving anywhere. Oxygen's going down a little bit. Nitrogen's dropped like 5 degrees. But I also have a ungodly amount of those gases. Okay, you are interrogating still. Come on. I need to make a little bit of money. It's part of the problem. I could buy more Silanol if I do it just right. Oh, Cosmic Curiosities. Alright, guys. Thank you. Come on down. I have steel, so I can make that weather station. Steel, so I can make the weather station. I just forgot to mention the shipping container that has stuff in it, too. Yeah. It's always fun. Weather station. Okay, there's a weather station. I don't need any more liquid pipe sensors. Put that away. Pipe valve. Pressurant, right? Now, pressurant is part of the regulator series. Yeah, pressurant. So this might be what I'm doing to pull it out of that portables connector and shove it into the liquid pipe. That's probably what I'm going to use now. Here's the weather station. Good. I'd like the devs make hydrochloric splittable into H2 and pollutant and N2H4. Yeah, hydrazine craftable. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to be able to make a lot more of the stuff. Absolutely. Let's see what it's trying to make. It's not going to be hung up on Inconel. Okay, it's trying to go through and... Alright, so it's missing something to make something. So... 10... What's this? Lead? Not important. Cobalt. Now, cobalt, we're probably missing something. Cobalt, gold, copper, iron. Okay. Yep, the usual suspects. Alright. I'd have to go upstairs to see what is actually missing. Would love to have a control panel. But hey, what are you going to do? What you gonna do for Glendeck bar? Just got that. Got the pipes. Still do need the pipes. Do I have? Okay, got brown. Good. Okay. That we got the weather station. We got the pressure regulator. Oh, I need another set of walls. Jeez. How many times can you go through the same airlock? Need walls. That, I think 4 or 5, that'll be good enough. That'll get us... Oh. If we're going to vacuum it out, we should probably take stuff to vacuum it out. Okay. There we go. I think we got the full kit and caboodle here. Full kit and caboodle. And I've called that guy down so I can see what he'll even buy. Of course, if I had my trader code, I'd already know. And technically speaking, I could probably even have it set up in such a way. Okay, you will sell... Okay, you want ores. You want straight up ores. We can do that. I might even go mining for him, too. Okay, so let's... Let's start here. Find the pixel. Let's keep it like that. We need to put our glass sheets in. Nope. Go down. Go down. Oh my goodness. Find the pixel or something? Jeez, Louise. That was ridiculous. Okay. Active vent, I'm not going to be able to do too much with this. Can we? Can we? No, that doesn't work. Especially if I use the active vent. Passive vent. Oh, that will work. Okay. Alright. Buy that for $1. Now, can I actually... This is messy. This is messy. Okay. I don't have plastic sheets with me, so don't punch through the roof here. Rung tool. Ah, crap. Alright, pressure regulator. Refrigerant valve. Okay, we'll do that. Spin you like that. We will spin you right round, baby. Right round. There we go. So now we can transfer. Okay, inward. We can just turn you on. Of course, that's not going to be enough here. Pressure valve, I don't know how much that takes. Pressure rent valve. 100 watts. So that's 300 watts right there between those two. I'll just do 500 watts, that's fine. Alright. So now that we know. Weather station. Oh, I don't have the. Yep. Okay. Why won't you turn sideways? There we go. Blocked by heavy cable. Regular cable. Oh, crime. Let's go over one. I think I need plastic sheets to build this up. And I forgot about it. Go me. Forget my own head if it wasn't attached. Okay, what do we have here? This is where this needs to go. Okay. Plastic sheets. Yep, plastic sheets. Now, strictly speaking, I have some plastic sheets right here. And since I no longer have radiators and stuff sitting here, I can afford to rip it up. Right? Cough, cough. Let's do that again. Try it again. That's it. Operational? Where's the freaking switch? There's the switch. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn you off because you're not going to be too helpful. Powered on. You're green. Okay, we're ready to go. Okay, so our horizontal is -0, so... Actually, if we set our horizontal to what we read here, that might be okay. That might be okay. So let's edit. Weather station is going to be the weather station. Okay. Alias. Alert weather. Or, enable radiator. Sure. Let's do that. Initialize, set batch, liquid pipe analyzer. Throw these on. Active vents. Mode. And inward. I think that's sufficient right there. Okay, so first things first, we're going to load batch from R15. HWX logic. So what I want to check for. Next weather event time. Well, we probably want to do things. So we probably want a mode. Yeah, so let's start with mode. Right, in storm. Okay, so next weather event time. Can I just copy that? I would like to copy that. Of course not. Next weather event time. Okay. Next weather event time. Okay. Just do mode greater than 0, close it. Yeah, I was thinking about that, or the next thing I was going to do is if it gets down to less than 60 seconds on the storm incoming, then go ahead and disconnect. So set equals 0. We'll start with that. I think that's fine. Enable radiator for testing. Yeah, we'll do that. If I wanted to optimize the system, then I'd probably have it run for as long as I could. So we're going to set batch H radiator open equal to enable radiator. There's that. And now we will load batch R15 from our sensor, horizontal mode. We'll do an average. And just for now, we'll set it to R15. You know what? Let's do pose H. And if I actually have to do any math on it, we'll do that. And we'll start here. Pull this chip out, export, boom, boom, boom. On.
Hunger caution.
On. What? Let me pull in. Oh, good lord. We don't want to pull off of that. That would be what our problem is.
Hydration critical.
We don't want to pull off of that. Wrong network. Okay. This is the guy we want to pull off of. Silly goose. Okay. We'll change them. Okay, let's go ahead. I think we need 500. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, okay, there we go. Shoot. Wrong one. Steel. There. Just pick one. Just pick one. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, just land it. Just land it. Just land it. Good golly. Solved my IC10 library issue after months. Finally figured out the answer. Had to unsub outdated scripts from the... Oh, okay. Well, that's cute. Outdated scripts. That'll remind me never to post mine on the workshop. Because mine will always be out of date. There we go. Okay. Come on. All right. Can we seriously? Where's the? Use up all my jetpack here. Just trying to. For crying out loud. Shove my face in here? Will that work? No? Okay, fine. The risk of being squished. Come on. Still can't? Still can't? Come on. Come on. Piece of crap. No, not the one that I'm on. You're kidding me, right? We're almost there. Okay. Come on, find the pixel. Find the pixel. Find the pixel. I'm getting pushed around by the radiator. Doesn't help. There it is. There it was. God, this is so goddamn irritating. Come on. Really? Come on. Jeez. Sanity experiment here. Okay. And now watch, it won't build up. There we go. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We got windows. We got windows. We got windows. We got windows. Jeez. I literally used up 15 megapascals or 14 megapascals of my jetpack trying to frick that around. Okay. Okay. There we go. So I'm spreading the word so the knowledge spreads, so I wasn't the only one that had the problem. Yeah, good to say. Good to do. So a nice radiation experiment is you gather up about uranium and process it so you have about 5 kilograms of uranium metal, then bring the pieces close together. You can use less if you have burly walls. Complete the top first, then install the sides. That bug is a massive pain. Yeah, that was just stupid. Okay, so now you can go ahead and turn that on, and let's. There we go. You blowing me away? You're blowing me away. All right, we are sucking. I guess to shut it off, I just clip the wire. That'll work. Okay. So we're gonna have a vacuum. I just want to see how this works. Of course, this one, if this does work and function, then we don't have to worry about storms. So we have, okay. I think we have that. That'll take a while to zero out. Okay, bring our Silenol up. Yeah, let's go get our Silenol. Doom. Lord Almighty. 5 kilograms of uranium metal, bring pieces close together. I want to... Can I enclose it in something? Spherical thing just makes sense. Hold it open with screwdrivers. Okay, let's... drink. Eat, drink, be merry. Grab our Silenol. Stationeers drinking water. I'm going to drink coffee. Okay. Bread. I should probably take a shower too, because I have not taken one in a couple days. Not yet to the point where I'm unhappy about it, but... Huh. Next thing. I need a Larry to be able to take the uniform off of me. So I can have the full... Hey, look at that! We have a storm incoming. Great. Crap. The full Jetsons treatment. Come out of my cryo chamber and have Larry dress me and take me to the shower. That would be freaking fun. So I don't think this is going to be enough. Hopefully I'm hearing things. Sounded like I heard a creaking pipe, like bad juju creaking pipe. Walk backwards up the stairs. Oh.
Oxygen low.
Dumbass.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical.
I just vacuumed myself. That's alright. Okay, so I will not be running out to get some ore at the moment. Get over here. So my radiators should be closed. They are. And let's hook you up. Okay. So now we've got, we have gas. That'll work. So we're going to fill this up. How are we doing here? So, of course, we don't have any liquid. So that's not going to work very well. Yeah, what do you think we're going to do? Okay, there we go. Okay. So, once I have liquid, I'll have something to work on here. But, I would say that that is a 90-degree angle to what we're looking at. So, we got that good. These did come back. Let me... temporarily shut that off. We are convecting, so we are... Interesting, because I thought we were supposed to... Wait, what is going on here? Okay, so we are convecting. All right. That's interesting. I didn't know that these things were actually supposed to convect. So that's good to know. That right there is good to know. So then I wonder how this one would work. So good to know. So open air, atmosphere, very bad. Yeah, 15 kilojoules of heat. That's okay. So now, yeah. Dump what we can. Should actually work out to about 20 degrees, not 20 degrees, because that's approximately 50. Should come down to 20 to 25. Yeah. So when these are closed, they do nothing. That's good. So it'd be good to see what it does during the day, what it does during the night. And everybody still here is processing. Okay. How many? Let me shoot out one backpack to take with me. If I go after the storm, I'm going to go mining for some things to sell that guy. And possibly work on our ingot production. I forgot to check and see what we're lacking and then get the ingredients for that, but whatever. Okay. I would also like to get more Silenol, which is why I want to talk to that trader and get him to give me his money. There we go. Words are really hard. Okay, let's start here. Take off that. I have a bunch of crap I need to put away. I'm walking around with just my helmet on. You think they're going to complain? Oh, okay. So gold and yeah, and Inconel. Is this like walking around with a Superman underwear or something? Okay. Stellite glass sheets, reinforced wall. There we go. Reinforced wall. Yep. Vents, liquid pump. Backpack, take off the helmet. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's start. So after the storm, we're going to go out and do that thing. In the meantime, we could... Let's see, have a chip over here. It's reading all of these in order. Picks one up, says I need to make an order. And we'll put a chip on a bus somewhere. Don't put it up above, up down below. Somewhere that I can easily access the upstairs. Okay, let's... I think that's actually where I need to be. Let's take a look real quick. Okay, that is the... That's the main power line. And over there, way over there, going through here. I could bring it over. I don't want to go through the... guess I don't have much of a choice but to go through the frames. Okay, I could interface it over here. That's just going to be a boatload of stuff. So we're going to have logic memory, because that's cool. Actually, this is just a buffer. This could be a buffer. Yeah, buffer network. Shit. Yeah, good thing I, yeah. Okay, so this will be requested and shipping. There we go. There's my favorite. My favorites. I'm gonna have to check and see what that bang was. That was an unscheduled bang. Where are we cable-wise? Okay, so we now have chips here. You know what? Turn that off. AC-10 housing. This actually is not a good place to put that, quite frankly, because I can't service it. The memory chips don't need to be serviced. So I can put the chip over here somewhere with the rest of them. Can't put it there. I mean, I could. I'm going to put it over here and rename it. This is the ordering IC. This is the cleanup IC. Can I label them while they're in there? No. That's fine. That is fine. Okay. IC housing. This is going to be the IC for ingot supply. There we go. 2 birds, 1 stone, I guess. Okay. I got a chip over here, actually. So this one we're going to have to go through. Okay, we're going to clear. I don't know exactly how the stack pointer works in this particular architecture. If it starts at 0, it starts at 2 or 511, whatever it does. Ad break incoming in 2 minutes, so that'll be good timing. The storm's going on. But we're gonna go here, address 0, and we'll put our auto lathe and printers and stuff that we're gonna go through. So auto lathe. Now that I can reference things by reference ID, that's nice. Put DB1 hash, and this will be the electronics printer. Yeah, that's not how you spell it. Electronics printer. Okay. To Hassis. Light. Pipe bender. Give me that. 3. We will put the tool printer there. Tool printer. We will also put in the rocket manufactory. Rocket manufactory, not the kit. I need the actual, that thing right there. We will also, for completionist stakes, put the security printer in there. And even the oven. You know what? Actually, no, I'm going to skip the oven because it doesn't call for ingots. 5th element. Lilu Dales Matipas. Okay, so we will initialize. I also haven't defined anything actually. So initialization will just go back to 0. This is the back to 0 state. So we're gonna alias our index, our stack pointer index. It's gonna be R0. We move set pointer to 0. That's how we're gonna start. So every loop, we're gonna get to the end. We're gonna add +1. What we do here is, oh, okay. Get into R15, DB address is going to be the stack pointer. Now jump branch equals 0. R15, go back to initialization. That means we overran the stack and we're now into 0 territory. Now, at this point, we will load batch into R15. Device hash is going to be what we read out of R15. Is that okay? That is not okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Alias reference device. That's what we're going to do. We're going to load into our device reference from R15, our stack pointer name hash, logic type, reference ID, average. Okay. Branch. I'll just put a label for now. I could do a branch relative too. So branch equals 0. Increment. Reference devel. Yeah. So that's at the end. So just skip over everything because that device doesn't exist on the current network. Doesn't necessarily mean it won't exist. Like maybe if I've got the... For some reason, I've got the tool manufactory built before I've got the pipe bender. I don't want to initialize the loop when I hit a null pipe bender because I may not have just built it or have it built yet. Words. Take an add to the knee. Oh, nice. Very nice. I was a streamer like you, and then I took an add to the knee. Yeah. All right, let's swap this out because my water's empty. We'll finish off the coffee, and then we'll have to get a new one. New water. Okay, so we now have the device. So next up, we want to stack pointer 54, I think. So let's go to the auto lathe. And we are going to okay, so read 54. That's all we're going to do. We're going to load R15. Device is going to be the reference device. Oh. Hang on. No, it's not going to be load. Get. Now R15 from our reference device, address 54. Did I read that right? Yes. Welcome back. Sorry you had to take the add to the knee. Okay, so now we're going to have the opcode. Quantity, I don't need to know that. I just need to shift it. 16, yeah, 16. Right. Shift right arithmetically. 15, it's going to be R15 times 16, right? 8 bits, 8 bits, 16 bits. There we go. So that should shift, preserving the sign bit, and I have the item hash of what I need. Okay, so now we need to define hash memory chip. Is the storm over? I think the storm might be. Nope, storm's not over. Okay, define memory. So now we would set batch by name. Device hash is H memory, and the name is going to be requested. Logic type of setting is going to be equal to R15. And then what we're going to do here, we're also going to set our reference device logic type clear memory 1. So we're going to clear the memory. We're going to set the requested. And I don't think I care from here, quite frankly. And maybe I don't even need to have a second chip. Other than debugging. That's the only purpose. So in this case, we're going to set the requested. We're going to clear the memory. We're going to load R15 from our device. Load slot. Slot index 0, because I think that's going to be our input. Okay, slots are at the top. Yep, 0 is our input. And, no. No. Hang on. I was thinking about reading the slot, but I might miss. So let's do import count. Yeah, let's do import count. That makes more sense. So branch relative. Nope. Let's put a yield in here, because we're going to be hanging here. Branch relative equals 0. As long as R15 is equal to 0, we're going to go back 2 lines. So we're going to yield, do it again. Yield, do it again. Until we have something in the import chute. Now, I could foul this very easy by actually throwing something in. So this is definitely not foolproof code if you have access to the input chute. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. So we're waiting, and then at this point, we can set batch name h memory hash requested setting, and we're going to set it back to 0. Hang on. Okay, I think that's fine. Trying to remember the shipping one. How I did it with my other ingots and stuff, but it's fine. That's fine. This'll work. Okay, set batch memory name. Boom, boom. So we have received our ingot if all went according to plan. Now we just do it all again. Move on to the next thing. At this point, I'm going to make the bold move. Hang on. Right here, we don't have a guarantee that there's actually something there. Branch equals 0. If R15 at this point, which would be our missing reagent, if it is 0, it means we aren't missing anything. My assumption. We can jump to increment. But at this case, otherwise we're making the order, we're waiting, and then I think I'm going to be bold and just jump back to initialization. We go back to the top of the loop. So this will obviously bias. The autolathe will have precedence over the electronics printer, which will, cycle it down, but whatever. This should be okay. This is actually a lot simpler code than I thought it was going to be. A lot simpler. Used to be unsubbed like you until I took an error to my wallet. Yeah. I figured something out there. It's kind of cool, but alright, so with that being said, this cleanup script, I'm going to import this. Now there's something I want to do here. Wait for the editor to come up, because holy crap. Alright, so these are default names. That's for my lights. And stackers. There's a couple other things I want to do in here. Device hash. Ooh, I got some... Oh. Okay. How do I poke? Oh, right. Poke and put. Oh, yeah. Put. All right. Yep. I forgot about poke. poke and peek. So printer's loop, we go through here. One thing I want to do, stackers on, stackers off. Input count. I want to read like an input count. So do I have room in the stack? Okay, our timer is there. I current name. I got R6. Do I have R6 used anywhere? I don't think I do. As a matter of fact, I got away from using just R50. Oh, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to do that. There we go. Then I think I'm not using any... That'll work. Undefined names. Okay, so that's good. Alias, index, counters, R6, 6. So here's what I want to do. 20 to the green. So add I counters is going to be 30. Wait a minute, hang on. Arbitrary number in the stack, 40. Okay, all right, there we go. So current device is going to go up to basically 7. Timer is going to be at 20. The counters are going to be at 30 plus I current device. We're going to get all this. We're going to get that. Get to current counter. I counters. This is probably where it might make sense to actually use more of the stack. Not that one I meant. Current counters. Current counter, counters. Yeah, that's fine. So I have current counter. What I want to do is if there is an input, I want to flick on the yeah. I want to flick the device on. XZ, okay, X, yeah, all right. So we'll just, yeah, all right. Load batch. Right, okay. Load batch into counters, X. Let's do it in X. Let's just put it in X. Device hash. Import count. Average. Okay, set not equal. I want to set Y. If X is not equal to current counters, right? Do I just want to write this? I think this would be okay. So we got the import count into hash. Oh, we don't want to write it here. We want to write it here. So we've got our result. Now we can put, you know what, we'll go ahead and poke. That's funny. Because I'm using put down here, but poke up top. That's weird. Fine. Okay. I counters. Cur counters is going to be X. So there we go. So right here, Y not equals 0. If counters changed. So what I want to do here, we'll poke that. turn stacker on. Okay. How many lines do I have? Oh, I got a lot of, I can do this. Okay, so in this case, we have Y, and we're going to load average here. What I want to do is I want to, that'd be 1. Select. Yeah, so let's select at this point X into X, because that's what we're basing the decision on, X. So if B is non-zero, or if A is non-zero, we want B. So if it's non-zero, that's on. We want to select 1, so that's on. If X is 0, then we want C, which is going to be Y. So if the counter's changed. So that should wake up a printer. Waiting for this to explode or something. I didn't put HCF in there. So let's test it. Are you going to wake up? Okay. That did not do what I thought it would. Okay, well, as long as it didn't blow anything up. Actually, let me turn that on. We'll find that out. Now, let's drop off the memory chip real quick. Because I don't need that anymore. No. And let's go outside and... I wanted to go... Oh, I can't go mining with this sensor lens kit. There we are. Almost made a mistake there. Okay, so we're gonna let that roll. The auto lathe should turn off. If it doesn't turn off, then that means I really screwed something up, which is entirely possible. Let's go mining. How are we doing here? 2 kPa, 0. Let's eat, drink, be merry, that sort of thing before we go mining. And we don't have to worry about it. Go out, mine, get some of the stuff that they want. We'll worry about what's going on with the furnace later. Get stuck on things. All right. We'll take you... Well, I left the AC on. That's all right. You're supposed to be Incanel. Shoot. Did I? Oh, well, okay. I mean, that worked out fairly well. I missed. Okay. Incanel. Boom. Do I have a way of injecting... Okay. Supposedly. We're going to see if this breaks the whole darn thing. That should just pass right through. What are we doing over here? Okay. Well, I mean, these are... these are doing what they're supposed to do. They are convecting. These are the large extendable radiators, and I'm doing some testing. They're meant for... They are meant to work in vacuum, but I want to see if I can get them to radiate and other things. So right now, I did learn that they do convect. That is a problem for what I wanted them for. So the next thing I gotta do is figure out. So I've got one that's in a vacuum. That shouldn't convect, so maybe that will actually bleed off heat. So it's an experiment. I don't have enough Tylenol. That's part of my problem. I mean, I guess I could start with what I've got right here. I'm gonna crack that. Crack that. Okay. So these are independent of each other now. So this should actually be dropping. If it actually works. Mining. That's what I wanted to do. Mining. So let's start. Nickel's on the list. Let's fall in the hole. Okay. I think nickel's on the list. I know cobalt's on the list. The nickel. I'm pretty sure coal's also... it's getting too close to the base. Not that that's a problem for me. That's where my rocket is. Let's go out the back door here. Wow, that's a pretty vertical surface here. Oh, it's because I'm in a crater. Crater from one of my early mining expeditions. That is a lot of coal. Sure. I'll scar the surface even more. I really need to come out here with a terraforming gun and fix some of the terrain. Or just build a big satisfactory style highway I can drive my rover over. Lots of coal. Lots of coal. Santa comes to me when he needs coal for all the bad girls and boys. It's my #1 resource because I've got a... Yeah, you know what? I'll Mole Man it. The extreme adventures of Mole Man today. Uranium. Should I pick some up just for the laughs? Would love to actually be able to use it. But alas, at the moment, it's only good for grabbing pollutant. For degassing pollutant out of. First off, 1, 2, 3. Didn't actually gather that many minerals, but Whatever. It's alright. Making some money is the goal on this one. Well, actually, I need to turn in some of this. So, what I don't sell, I need to throw into my degassing outfit. I need gold for that too. Another brand new day. The Venusian sunrise. Sounds like a drink. The Venusian sunrise. Okay, there's iron. I need iron. Need a lot of iron. Good news is going around in a vacuum, I'm not using my waste tank all that much. I think the Babylon 5 had a drink called that. That wouldn't surprise me. I think Star Trek had a similar drink. It was not Venusian. I think it was like Illyrian or something like that. Sunrise. And the Romulan ale. Okay, let's go grab those nuggets I just... Hey. Pick up the nugget. Thank you. Pick up the nugget. So I did... He will buy nickel. I need more nickel. Nickel is not one of the ores that I have currently being deep mined, so this one is a fully manual at the moment extraction. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, I just... At some point I want to get into playing around with the rockets and seeing what kind of stuff I can get away with those. I saw where somebody, yeah, Balin actually, yeah, you had the outposts moving materials with a rocket. That's definitely the way I want to go with at least one of my outposts. Because I can relatively easily, to a certain degree, whatever you want to call that, automate it. That's better. It sounds better to me than building up a big chute network or train network or something like that. Oh, silicon. I think silicon's on the list too, so we'll get that. At this point, I'm just kind of grabbing whatever I see. Should have actually turned off my mining drill, but doesn't matter. Just don't have the rocket run out of fuel. Yeah, I was watching that. That's unfortunate, but that's part of the fun. Ooh. Ah! Now, there we go. Let's burrow over here. There's a lot of silicon here. That's ridiculous. I've never seen this much silicon in one area. Wow. All I needed was like 30 to 50 liters more fuel. Yeah, it was very close. I did my first through a scanner a couple scanner heads on my rocket, and I sent one up, and I was a little bit worried, but I had plenty of fuel. I was just paranoid. Probably because I saw that. It's like, oh, how much is going to change? But I think I could get away with the rocket that I have currently, because the space ice doesn't weigh that much more. And I wouldn't be overdoing it. I was thinking about searching around for one. Yeah, see what I got available to me. But I do want to make an automated scanner rocket for sure. And I was looking and disappointed I couldn't easily see a way that you could actually read nav points. You can read the other type of points, but you can't read the nav points. That bothers me. So silicon, turn that off. Okay, that backpack's full. Good to know. Good to know. I am using currently just the whoa! Pumped gas. I've got three total fuselage sections, maybe? I'm trying to remember if it's 3 or 2. Including the engine mount, that is. I have an excess of thrust on what I have. But of course the cargo containers and the mining drills would add something to it, so I had to be mindful of that. Can't read nav points, what you mean. The, like, stack pointer can't actually read the coordinates. You'd have to pre-program them. But I did see how the system is laid out for the coordinate system. It's kind of, like a tree, I guess is how I would describe it. So you can actually tell what path it takes just by looking at the coordinate string. So that's kind of neat. Whoa! Don't fall. But you can see, yeah, like the Lagrange points and stuff that are hard-coded, from what I understand what you said. So if you have previous knowledge or programmatic knowledge, but you wouldn't be able to, like, auto-crawl unless you, whoa, programmed them that way. Which, whoa, that actually worked? Last time I tried using my mining drill when it was off for quick pickup, it didn't work. Cool. Alright, I need a boatload of iron, so that's why I'm focusing in on the iron. Not just for me, or not just for the trader, that is. For me as well. Gold's a little low. I think that's one of the alloys. Needs gold. So let's go grab some more gold. Luckily, that's being deep mined. The pumped engine is too weak for Venus. It's really weak for Mars too. You'll either need the pressure-fed gas or a liquid engine. Yeah, it's definitely not an exceptional engine. I wouldn't load it down too heavy, for sure. But I was able to scan the surface with it and scan one of the nearby clouds with it pretty nicely. Had lots of fuel left over, but I didn't do too much traveling. And I think with I might have a problem with fuel with my current setup if I use the pressure-fed gas, but I would feed it with a volume pump like you were doing to keep the pressure up. And I might even consider running a yeah, see, now that doesn't work. Why does that not work? Possibly a turbo pump, just so I can keep up with the volume if it goes low, but it might be a little overkill. Might be overkill. Consider a rocket miner adds 500 kilogram mass. Yeah, I didn't look at how much mass the other things add. Do I want to run? Yeah, I'll run out. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's grab some copper. Let's grab some copper. We are down on copper. We do mine it, but we can also do it this way. Never used a turbo volume pump for pressure-fed gas. Yeah, I wasn't. I don't think that it would be needed for the majority of the trip. It would only be when you start running a little bit lean on the supply side where that might be beneficial. So I imagine you wouldn't have to exceed your 10 liters on a normal fuel up or fuel supply. But yeah. Mole Man doing what Mole Man does. Dig holes. Alright, we'll get back. We'll unload these backpacks. And see... Technically, I could pull them out of the silo too if I really wanted to. I'm gonna have to make some steel. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some steel. Let's go ahead and grab more iron. I also have to double check that other stuff is working. So yeah, the Inconel has me worried. Because... oh, that's full. That's got a very tight pressure range. I think that's the only one that I really have to worry about. But I might have to adjust my recipe. If it dropped for some reason, maybe I need to adjust my set point. Whoa. You know what? I'm just gonna burrow. Just gonna burrow up. I'll come out somewhere. Oh my goodness. Yep. I'm in a hole. Out of a hole. Okay. Where... I must be nearby my base. So I can't see my lighthouse. Let's climb to the top of the... There it is. Wow. That was a roundabout way. Not 50 kilogram, 20 gram. Oh, okay. I missed a couple lines there. Okay, let me get inside and I'll read that. I can turn the lenses off. I don't need those on anymore. What am I looking at? Oh, it's my Sterlings. Haha. Well, heck, we're here. What do we have? 463. 463, so those make sense. How about you over here? 447, so you are losing temperature in the vacuum. Not very efficiently, but I don't have... well, for one, it's not even liquid. That could be a thing. So these currently aren't working, but the vacuumed out room is. Oh, I forgot about over there. Invar, Electrum, Constantine, Waspaloy, Stellite, Inconel. Oh, Inconel, did we actually... we must have got a 50. Stellite, Astroloy. Copper's got 2. Steel's got 2. So we're looking for Astroloy, Hastelloy, Stellite, and Waspaloy. Waspaloy. Silver, nickel, lead. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Alright, so let's see. You want 600 iron. We know that. 600 iron, 600 copper, 400 silicon coal. Okay. Alright, 200. Oh, only 200 nickel? 400 coal. Alright. Let's chuck some stuff in. Chuck some stuff in the vending machine. Okay, well, whoops, give everybody a problem here. So, dig dug. Calculations matter. Weight calculations that matter. Yeah, the fuselage 250 each, engine 500 kilogram, miners 500 kilograms, smaller item scanner, medium battery 20, small cargo 30, small battery 10. Okay. Okay, so the miner itself is very, very heavy. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Fuel, I don't know the math. Each mole adds something. Depends on the material. Like 1 mole of alcohol is heavier than a mole of methane. Yep. And let's see, next step will be displays for the silo storage. Yes, absolutely. And I'm not that far away. I would need 2 things. So an actual display for the number, and then maybe a pretty display for the item that's in it. Oh, right. Here we are. So let's start you up. Actually, that's the unloader. I don't need to do that. I can just do it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, we're not getting that. Nickel, they wanted 200. Alright. That'll get us a couple bucks. A couple bucks. Okay. Might as well eat, drink, be merry, that sort of thing while we're in here. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. How am I doing here? We're doing okay. I need to go out this way because it's where the trader is. Who is Mary and why do you want to be here? It gets lonely on Venus. Okay, so Mr. Orbitor Outfitter. I believe you need to sell me some goods. It's not the biggest wad of money, but it's enough to get me some Silenol. I could actually... Oops, I threw an extra nickel in there. Okay. Works for me. I'm not going to buy any of that. Alright, we're good to go. Let's drop these backpacks off for the degasser. I forgot to turn on my little fan. It's 84 degrees out here. There we go. That'll let my arms dry off. They've been sticking to the desk here. Okay. Unload that. Are we making anything and we're stuck? Doesn't look like it. So we are missing ingredients. Boom, boom. Okay. Give me that. Wow. What the heck was that artifact that I saw? Oh, I see. It's my low graphics settings. Okay. So we need iron, we need copper, we need gold. Okay, so wasp alloy was one of those things. Silver, nickel, lead. Okay, silver, nickel, lead. I don't want to necessarily... What did lead have? Nitrous. Silver also has nitrous, right? Yeah, okay, so that's fine. So that's that. Nickel. Okay. Alright, so we want lots of nickel, lots of silver, lots of lead. Let's do that. Silver, nickel, lead? It's on my to-do list. I could do that. Go out mining again. Alright, you're getting... temperature's getting low. Kick on the heater. Yep. And that's actually anchored to the Venus atmosphere, I think. Yeah. So that's fine. Silver, nickel, lead. Let's go ahead and do that. Didn't just go mining? No, we didn't just go mining. Let's see. I have a bunch of silver, I think, over in this direction. Lead's everywhere. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I have a very strong case of CRS, and it really shows. I can go back and forth through the same airlock a dozen times and still forget things. Wondering if it would be worthwhile to burrow really deep into one of these holes. This is cobalt. Cobalt is on the list, but since I'm gonna try and pull a bunch of stuff that has nitrous, I don't necessarily want to mix the two. Not at the moment. Here's gold. I do need gold. That'll be okay. Another ad coming in a couple minutes here. 3 minutes. Get this. This will at least allow me to make wasp alloy, and I forget how much I need. I really need to write my recipes down. Or print them out or something. There's a lot of cobalt in the area, actually. Okay. Whoa! And there's the silver that I was looking for. This indeed is the silver I'm looking for. Oh, goodness. Oh, and there's some lead right there. Good. I'm looking for that too. I haven't sacrificed enough. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. But I did, I have found that just watching the VODs, even after the streams are over, for people, does help out quite a bit. If you do it dedicated enough, it's noticeable. So I've actually really enjoyed watching a few people's VODs and helping them out in that way, and it's noticeable. So just saying, I guess especially a small streamer that's an affiliate, I'd binge their VODs. It'll help out immensely for them. That's a lot of lead, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot that lead is almost nets more than iron. I forgot. silver. That's creepy looking. Sinking into the earth. That'll get me... Okay, I don't think I really need that much more lead. I think lead's only used in the waspaloy. I don't think it's used in... Well, waspaloy and solder. So I think we're okay there. Is that... That is silicon. Come on. Where's the surface? There's the surface. There's the surface. That's a hole. Okay, more lead. Yeah, sure, why not? Did say I was here for lead. Add brake. Oh, ouch. There's copper down there. I don't need the copper. Actually, that was nickel, I think. Nickel is the next thing that I need. Yep. I might hit another patch of silver or two. Definitely set on lead for a while. So that's good. That's good. Take another hole. Just never drive the rover over here. That one lonely piece. Ooh, that's a good pocket of silver. Okay, I think this will set us on silver. That will set us on silver. Okay. Add in the way here. Imagine needing to worry about different terrain types and terrestrial fluids. Yeah, that would be exciting to a degree. The intricacies. I'm glad that they do have some more intricate things going on here. Before I found Stationeers, I had been playing a lot of like Space Engineers, and it was kind of fun for some of the different physical interactions, but it was sorely lacking in the the chemical side, the atmospherics. You got two gases, you got hydrogen and oxygen, and everything is breathable if it's got oxygen. Voxel's not airtight. Clang likes to take things from you all the time. Any intricate machinery that you built, based on hinges and rotors and everything, was subject to just explode at any given moment. Yeah, fun times. Okay, more silver. Do I need... I don't think maybe I should grab some more silver. I'm not currently mining it. And a deep miner, that is. Okay, ad break should be ending. I noticed that sometimes the what Twitch tells me and what is reality, not necessarily the same case. But yeah, Damon, I'm glad I don't have to worry about different soil types and terrestrial fluids, and it would be kind of nice for some other fun stuff. Certain drills would work better in certain soil types. That'd be kind of cool. Sandy loam gets sucked in. Yeah, so the two things I'm really looking forward to is if and when they implement it. Reactors, definitely #1 on my list. And then built-in terraforming. Terraforming Venus sounds like a colossal undertaking, and I'm there for it. There we go. There's some nickel finally. Some nickel finally. Oh gosh! Don't suck me off the ledge. Bloodletting has ended. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. I appreciate all that you do. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, give me my orbs. Give me my orbs of power. Wow, it got dark fast. Wait, wow, wow, filled up already. Okay. Give me my ore. Or else. Okay. Whee! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm flying through the air in random directions. Okay. Lead. Coal. Sensor lenses are doing great. Silicon. Silicon lead. At this point, I'm thinking really... Whoa, almost fell in the hole. Looking for nickel. Shoot. There's more silver. I think I'm set on silver. Just saying. For now. I know it's used in a few alloys. So... But I need the nickel. Need my nickel back. Venus can be terraformed. How will the bad gases be deleted? If we have to, I mean, to process HCl and pollutant, I guess it could be done. Yeah, that would be nice to be able to convert things. Because you're, yeah, hydrogen and, well, actually chloride, right? Yeah, so you could, well, I mean, yeah, it's the chloride part. Sodium, if they added sodium as its own element, which would be fun. You could make salt. Nickel! Hello, nickel! Where are you, nickel? Nope. Gold. Wow. A lot of gold over here. Oh, there we go. Nickel! I found you, nickel. I'm too poor. I don't get a quarterback, I get a nickel back. See, I'd like to see a physics engine improved, just like the bits of land floating midair, and can change how you might. Yeah. I also want to see the atmospherics. Now, the atmospherics simulation no longer yanks you around like it used to, but it, oh my goodness, does it do a number on the rover. I have darn near murdered myself with the rover because of the rover getting flung around like you used to. Where a monorail converted into a space elevator and transport those gases to space to release them. Take them to a nice farm upstate and release them. Yep, absolutely. There's a... Yeah, the way that I was watching, it was Splitsy, who was doing a terraformation mod on Mars, and what they were doing was basically trapping the pollutant, letting it condense, and trapping it in liquid form in a tank. But they failed to... Well, hang on. Is that how it worked? Oh, yeah, because it's... I think phase change got added sometime, and that really broke how their thing was going. Ah, forget. I forget how it all went. Okay, let's go ahead and put this stuff away. Go ahead and turn that off. Now, ironically enough, I cannot see my tower. So I imagine it must be this way. Is that Splitsy or Mick? It was Splitsy. It was the one that I was watching. May have been other stuff too.
Air tank low.
Air tank low. Oh god, I didn't see that. This is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. No. Main base. Main base, there it is. I am flying full tilt here. Oh crap. I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a real problem here. I'm gonna have to blow the airlock, I think. No, I might be okay. Definitely gonna waste my jetpack though. I am not farting around. It's been a while since I've ran so low on oxygen. Wow. Oh god. Don't clothesline yourself. Okay, yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, hi, Mr. Wasp. What you doing over there? Ah, cleaning your antennae, I see. Yeah. Yeah, you know you don't belong in here, Mr. Wasp. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess let's go ahead and throw the suit right there. Might as well throw the helmet there. That'll work. Okay. Alrighty. Check here. Frosty Barrels. Astro Mart. Shop S Smart. Frosty Barrels. They an ice vendor? What are we at? 10:30. Okay. How is our cooling? 99 degrees. We are winning the battle very, very slowly. Very, very slowly. You're down about 10 degrees. You're actually down to a reasonable temperature. 101, you're down another 10 degrees. So we're losing like 10 degrees on all the gases per 3 hours. Well, considering how many gases there are there, that's not too bad. Okay, give me that nickel. Give me my nickel back. Do I have room? I do have room. No, no, I don't have room. It wants me to switch. There we go. Do that. Contacted. We'll pull you down. We'll take a look and see what you have. But we will run over and unload our bags. Good. Okay. Temperature's actually, oh, it was creeping up, then it was going down. Okay. So we are... I don't know what's going where. Okay, I guess it's processing pretty quickly here. So that should allow us to at least make a Waspaloy. Okay. It's a good start. Let's shove you there. Alright, and hopefully somebody here... Okay, so... Can I... You know what? Let's pull the configuration... Not the network analyzer. Device configuration. So we have... Import count 258. Import count is 259, so that should have changed. Okay, so let's pull this out. Or add new special plants that breathe other gases, like a plant that breathes CH4, CH4, Xerillian homeworld plant. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so this is where add iCounters plus 30 to iCurrent device. Get the name hash. So none of that changed. Current counters is going to be based on the index for counters. And then we load batch using the device hash. So I don't need to, set batch by name, but that's by hash. Everything else doesn't matter. Okay. So we got current counters from iCounters. We write here at the address of iCounters X. X is supposed to be the import count for the device hash at this point. Set not equal. Yeah. So this should be... Wish there was a in-game way of reading the stack like a debugger without having to either do a mod or do a set DB. Load batch X import count. So X is the current import count. Cur counters is what was in the stack. Set not equal. So X not equal to current counters. So what the import count is versus that should be 1. Should be not equal to 1. Yeah. So load batch load batch X. So X is overwrote. Counters X. Okay. Current counters Y. So yeah, 1. If the counters changed, this should be 1. Right? I'm not reading that wrong. Register Y. If A is not equal to B, so X is not equal to current counters, it'll be 1. Poke. So I store that for later. Here, we load the hash if it's on. So we select X. Maybe it doesn't like rewriting the same register, but it shouldn't really matter. So select into register X, and we are comparing against X. At this point, X is on or off of the printer. So X is non-zero. We want 1, so we want on. Otherwise, we grab Y, which at this point should be 1 if the counter's changed. So it should turn on. Do I have the... Ah, you know what? No, hang on. Turn stackers off. That's funny. I don't actually have this trying to turn on. So, stacker off. If off. Load batch, X device hash, activate maximum. If it's active, okay. There's something here. Hang on, okay. So we have if the device is on, right? Okay, let's select this into Z. No. Hang on. Set equals 0. Into C, X. We'll save that for later. Yeah, so I don't actually have the ability to turn on. Now, here's the question. Why don't I just turn it on if this is... If counter's changed, it needs to turn on. Yeah, so... Yeah, let's stop doing that. We don't need to do... Yeah, we do need to do that. Oh, hang on. No. Yes. Hang on. Right here. So we select this. So if it's on, we have 1. Otherwise, we select Y. Now, do we just turn the machine off at this point? No, we have to check the activate. So that's down here. Go to the device after resetting timer. If off, go to the next device. So that's the problem here. So X. This problem is I don't want to just write Y because that could shut it off. So I need to have this. So at this point, equal to, that'll dump the stackers, turn those off. And then here we're resetting timer. So I think we can get away with setting X at this point. This is 0. What would X be at this point? X would be branch greater than 0. Reset timer. Otherwise, it would fall through here. It should be. You know what? Maybe I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try putting X here instead of anything else. I don't. Oh. Yeah, okay, that could be a problem because I don't have X preserved. Ah. Okay, so let's do something here. Ooh. Okay, hang on. Let me do Z here. Let's overwrite Z. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now I have an X. There we go. So branch relative. not equals 0. There we go. There we go. That's what it is. So based on Z not equal to 0, we're going to add some, and we're going to jump over this next line. If it is currently off, then we're going to set batch. Yeah, so if it is currently off, yeah, there we go. Device hash, logic type on is going to be equal to X, so it can turn back on. And here we'll just jump 2. So we'll just jump over this next line. There we go. I think that's it. I need to grab that chip. Export. Boom. Everything should turn on the first time around. They should. Oh, okay. It just took forever. All right. Good to know. Good to know. So in this case, this order system should now, as long as it doesn't error out, should see that we need to astroloy. Right? Is that what I said? Astroloy? So we should see... Oh, that could be a problem. Hang on. Yeah. I forgot. I might have to RMap that. 412924. 412924. Okay, so that number, negative. Okay, hang on. Astroloy. Yeah, okay, so we need to RMap that. All right, hang on. We're close. We're close. It's off, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Let's import the code here. So very close. We did get what it is missing. Editor, hello. Hello, editor. Say hello. Thank you. So we have right here. Need to RMap it. Given a reagent hash, store the corresponding prefab hash that the device expects to fill the reagent requirement. The hash for iron will store the hash for iron ingot. Okay. Oh, that. Oh, I might have a problem here. RMap. Okay. R15. This is the problem, because that I don't think is going to work. We're going to find out. We're going to try. I don't think that's going to work. Requested R15. I definitely put that in the wrong spot, though. So I'm expecting to see error on line 26. Error on line 26 because RMap has to be attached to a pin. Okay. Yep, of course. All right, so alias. Auto lathe. D0. Electronics. D1, alias. Pipe bender, D2, alias. Wow, thank you, editor, for falling behind. Tool printer, D3, alias, rocket, manufactory, D4, alias, security, printer, D5. All right. So, I think, can we reference a pin the same way? So we got the stack pointer here. Got the reference ID of that. We also want to load reference pin DB device plus I don't know. We're gonna try it. Alias ref pin. Okay. Set DB ISP. Setting ISP. Okay, we're going to branch not equal. If reference device and reference pin do not match, then we are going to do I want to increment? iNet. I'm gonna do that. That should reset it. So we'll export that. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna export that. Excuse me. Export that. So okay. Device not found at line 30. Okay. Line 30 is the reference pin. Okay, DR0? Oh, okay. Device... I don't know how this is going to work. Device... R0. Yeah, we're gonna try this. That might work. Device not found at 30. Well, that might also be because I don't have it set. So first things first, branch device not set. DR0. I'm gonna jump back to iNet. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Auto lathe. Doesn't actually tell me much, does it? Let's go to electronics printer. And this is pipe bender. And this will be the tool printer. Rocket manufactory. I don't have the other one. Rocket manufactory. Okay, so are we cycling? No, we're not. That's Unknown 38. What's 38? Our map. Let's, just for the moment, let's ignore our map. That was never set to 0. That was never set to 0 in my testing. That's a problem. Okay, so it is set. Alright, so that works. So now the R map, we can rewrite that code to actually be proper. So our map is going to use R DR0, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's what I got to deal with for now. I'm wondering if in the future they'll actually do something about that. Okay. All right. So it didn't blow up. So we got. We have 412924. All right, so we have this side of the order system is now ready. It is ready. So, okay. Let's grab the suit. The last suit we'll ever wear. We will go, we will see Astraloy, right? Copper, steel, cobalt. Okay. I do need some cobalt. I need to throw the cobalt in there. Where am I going? It's not where the suit is. Suit's up here. Okay, let's go run.
Oxygen critical.
Oxygen critical. Okay. Alright, let's do that. Jetpack. Oh, yeah, because I haven't put my jetpack away. It's fine. Let's see what this trader has. Oh, okay. Frosty barrels. I was not expecting a liquid trader. That's it's cool though. You don't have the stuff that I want. I think I might actually be able to make some of that, but I'm not going to worry about it. So Frosty barrels is a liquid trader. Good to know. Astraloy we don't have. Okay, Astraloy we don't have. We need cobalt. Cobalt and copper. I did get some copper, so I need the cobalt. Let's... hopefully the nitrous has worked its way out of the furnace, otherwise I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have a problem and it's going to load my system down harder. If that's the case. Well, technically speaking. Yeah. Those glasses give you cancer. I bet they do. I bet they do. Projecting it into my neural pathways here. Okay. That was one small pocket of cobalt. Cobalt. Kept running into it on my other expedition. But I think the rule is you're not going to be able to find it when you need it. That looks like silver over there. That one actually might be cobalt. Yeah, wow. That actually is cobalt. I think I had 9. So I think really I only need 1 stack. That might be sufficient. If I were ever to scale this up or change the design, I would probably... I might have a separate degassing furnace. Now let's see. Volatile actually is probably the... So anything that had volatiles, I might run to a separate degassing furnace than the rest, just so that the gases don't mix and we don't spontaneously combust. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think that's enough. Copper, we had copper. Steel, that's always a concern. But I could actually kind of... Woo! Did I... yeah, I went over the wrong hill. I mean, I could pull out the tracker if I really felt I was lost, but... I just went over the wrong hill, I think. Main base is that way. Yep. Oh, yep. Definitely the wrong hill. Oh, God. 20 meters a second is kind of scary. Okay. So hopefully this will give us the astroloy. Give us the astroloy we need, and then the... Yeah, then I can hand deliver the ingot, see if the thing turns on. Oh, you know what? I have a realization that I didn't tell it to reset the case. Did I tell it to set it to 0? Oh, I did tell it to set it to 0, so okay. Good. Whee! Okay. No. Both of these doors are open. Let's close you because I need to go in here. And we'll go through the back door. Okay, so we'll throw this in, see if... Now, I do need to heat the furnace, so... throwing some cobalt in there might actually... I mean, it'll definitely do that. It's just a matter of how much I need to heat it up, and how much it will heat it up. So first, let's see what we have for leakage out here. Very minimal. I think we might be okay. Why are you... Did I actually make the wasp alloy? Actually, yeah, I think wasp alloy was made. That's why that's popping. Okay. Alright, we got very minimal NOS. Let's see what happens here. So that's supposed to be the furnace temperature. Boom. Throw that in there. Oh, I see. We are... Wait. Yeah, okay. This is going to be a problem. I really need to rewrite the code so that there's some hysteresis there. Well, whatever. I guess we're we're going to have a super hot furnace here in a bit. That's going to be a problem. But we made the wasp alloy. Okay. Alright. Guess we'll probably wrap it up. Astraloy to the furnace. Astraloy to the furnace. Let's check on Larry and see how he's doing, slaving away. How you doing? You're still going. We're up to almost 60 liters of water. That's pretty cool. So we're definitely making more water. And you guys, how you going? It's working out. This, well, I guess I haven't been here when it's dropping off. I don't know if it's backed up or not. How are we doing over here? We're still increasing, but we're increasing at a slower rate. So one more centrifuge, and I would actually. I don't have room for another centrifuge, but okay. Or oh wait, it is 3. It's 3 centrifuges I've got going on here. Whatever. And one Larry is outrunning them all. Little clang in progress. Yep. So actually, what are we doing here? Oh, we've pulled 20 mole out of the atmosphere somewhere. Yeah, I've got a little bit that's kind of floating around. Oh, you know what? I don't have any. I got 2 liters over here. Let me kick this open. Forgot I got to fix my filtration code. Okay, there we go. We now are evaporating off a bunch of Silanol. 12 mole, give or take. Upgraded combustion centrifuges. Yep, definitely one of my next steps. My next outpost actually is going to be based on combustion everything. So that'll be good. And yeah, I want to do combustion deep miners. I want to do gas fuel generator if I need to. I will be running Stirlings to try to cool it. So it'll be an experiment for sure. But I need to get into the combustion stuff and figure it out because I haven't touched them yet. And I know a lot of people like using them. I bet they would be good. There. All nice and clean. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's take a look and see what our cooling is. So we're down about 6 degrees total since the start of the stream. So that's about 2 degrees an hour. Whoop-de-doo. But we are winning the battle. We are pushing lots of heat. What do we have here? We've got 7 of these. We're pushing about 70 kilojoules of heat from this loop. So we're dumping that much plus a little. I'm not gonna complain about that. And our gases have.
Temperature high.
Yeah. You just released. Wait, why are we so hot? It must have just did a blast.
Temperature high.
Yep, there we go. Okay, it equalized. So yeah, 219. So that's dropped like 10 degrees. 32. That was like 105. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're doing it. You gonna do what I do and make an infinite combustion via water cycle? Yeah, probably what's gonna happen. Infinite combustion. That's exactly what it's gonna do. Closed loop system. Prime the system. Split it. Burn it. Cool it. condense it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But I think that's good place to stop for the night. I will test next time my my order script and maybe actually start printing off chutes. I'm gonna need a whole lot of chutes. So, all right. So before the ad break comes, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. So,
Cognition
thank
low.
you everybody for
Temperature
watching,
low.
and we'll catch you next time.